Long ago, in the forested lands of what is now southern Nigeria, the Edo people lived in scattered villages. They were known for their rich culture and skills in farming and carving. Later, Ewuare, the son of Prince Ovonramwen, became the first Oba of Benin, and the Benin kingdom was united. As generations passed, Benin grew into a mighty kingdom. One of its greatest kings was Oba Ewuare the Great, who ruled in the 1400s. Before he became king, he was a warrior prince who had faced many hardships, including exile and betrayal. But he returned stronger and wiser. When he became Oba, he introduced many changes. He rebuilt Benin City, making wide straight streets, organized city quarters, and deep moats for protection. He expanded the kingdom's borders through war and diplomacy, making Benin one of the most powerful empires in West Africa. He introduced new customs and festivals and strengthened the royal court. But one of his greatest contributions was the support he gave to the Bronze Casters Guild. These artists were not ordinary workers. They were sacred craftsmen who worked only for the palace. They made detailed bronze heads, plaques, and figures that showed the history of the kings, battles, and court life. These artworks were full of meaning. They showed warriors in full armor, noblewomen with tall hairstyles, and kings with coral beads on their necks and wrists. These were not just decorations, they were records of history. The palace was at the heart of the city, with tall walls and gates. Within its chambers were shrines, art, and the royal court. The people respected the Oba as divine, a man chosen by the gods. In the 15th century, strange ships arrived on the coast. These were Portuguese explorers searching for gold and trade. When they reached Benin, they were surprised by what they saw, a well-organized city with disciplined people and a powerful king. The Oba welcomed them and began trading. The Portuguese brought guns, mirrors, cloth, and alcohol. In return, they took ivory, pepper, palm oil, and artworks. The Portuguese respected the Oba. They even wrote letters to their king, saying that Benin was more advanced than many cities in Europe. Later, other Europeans came, the Dutch, the French, the British. The Obas were careful. They allowed trade, but did not allow foreigners to settle inside Benin. They protected their customs and land. Benin City became famous. Some European visitors said it had streets wider and cleaner than those in Lisbon or London. In the 1800s, things began to change. The British no longer wanted to trade on equal terms. They wanted to control the whole region. By 1897, relations had become tense. The Oba at the time, Ovonramwen Nogbaisi, had become more cautious. He did not allow trade without the palace's knowledge. He also tried to stop the British from interfering in Benin's affairs. That year, the Oba sent a warning. No visitors should enter the city during the Ewuare festival, a sacred time of prayer and rituals. But the British ignored the warning. A British group, led by James Phillips, tried to enter the city with soldiers and traders. They said it was a peace mission, but the people saw it as a trick. Warriors attacked the group, and many were killed. The British government used this as an excuse. In February 1897, a large British military force attacked Benin. The invasion was brutal. Benin City was burned to the ground. Thousands of bronze, ivory, and wooden artworks were looted and shipped to Europe. The royal palace was destroyed. Oba Ovonramwen was arrested, humiliated, and sent into exile in Calabar, where he later died. This event is known as the Benin Punitive Expedition. It marked the fall of the Benin Kingdom as a sovereign state. The proud kingdom was now under British rule. Though the kingdom was destroyed, the spirit of Benin did not die. The Oba's descendants continued to lead their people as traditional rulers, even under colonial and post-colonial rule. The people of Benin kept their festivals, art, beliefs, and royal traditions. In modern times, the world began to learn about the Benin bronzes, the stolen artworks kept in British and European museums. These artworks were not just decorations. They were sacred objects, family histories, and royal records. Nigeria and the Oba of Benin began to demand their return. Slowly, some museums have started returning the stolen bronzes. Today, the people of Benin still speak with pride about their past. Their city, Benin City, remains a cultural center in Nigeria. The current Oba, Ewuare II, continues to uphold the traditions of his ancestors. The story of Benin Kingdom reminds all Africans that their history is not one of darkness, but one of power, beauty, intelligence, and resilience.